Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You know, when my sons were very young, my wife and I taught them some basic things for their safety. Right? We taught them these things because we loved them so much and we didn't want anything bad to happen to them. And so these lessons are rooted in love, but they were often framed in the negative. Right? Don't touch the hot stove. Right? Don't play in the street. Don't run with scissors, for example. Right? And we framed them in this way because they were young and immature and not able to understand much more than that. But as they grew older and grew in maturity and understanding, we were able to expand upon that and move from what not to do to what you should do and why. And I think this is typical of parent-child relationships. The way we communicate with our children changes over time as they grow in maturity and wisdom and understanding. Now, those admonitions of their youth are not erased, they're still important, but they're expanded upon. And this is how it is with God. In the first reading that we just heard, Moses is preparing to hand on the law, the Ten Commandments, to the chosen people. And the Ten Commandments are filled with what we should not do. Right? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, for example. But the law is rooted in God's love for us. But I think it's framed in the negatives largely because of the immaturity of humanity at the time that it was given. And Jesus tells us in the gospel that he has come not to abolish but to fulfill the law. And the law is rooted in love. And Jesus fulfills that love. And none of the admonitions of the law are erased. They're still very important. But Jesus expands upon it and moves us from what we should not do to what we should do and why. And what should we do? Right? We'll love God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind. Love our neighbors as ourselves. Turn the other cheek. Feed the hungry. Shelter the homeless. Welcome the stranger. The list goes on. And this season of Lent is a really good time for us to renew our commitment to these teachings in which Christ fulfills the love of the law. And so this morning, as we gather in this sacred place to share this sacred meal, let us thank the Lord for fulfilling the law. And let us strive to move beyond simply knowing what not to do toward doing that which Christ calls us to do. Let us move from simple obedience to genuine love in Christ.